Are you ready? Can crush us. It don't really get no better than this. The podcast that you're looking for if you're really heavy into wrestling. Hosted by the Mark. Energy that's so amazing. Gotta keep it entertaining. Rep the Can Crusher Nation. Yeah, you know what's going down in the ring. Lights out when you hit a ding ding. Knock 'em out like boom bada bing. Hold it down, you can crown me the king. Got a shout out to the Miz and Duke the Dumpster. We choke slamming everybody. Power driving, hit 'em with a face buster. Yeah, this the show you need and it ain't no need for waiting. Mark, hold it down for the Can Crusher Nation. All about wrestling and keep it entertaining. Can Crushers Wrestling Podcast. Time to break 'em, let's go. Yeah, Can Crushers. Yeah, Can Crushers. Let's go.
This is the hardcore icon, Just Incredible, and you're listening to Can Crushers Podcast. Now, that's not just the coolest, and that's not just the best Can Crushers Podcast. Well, that, my friends, is just incredible.
Welcome back. What are we doing? Hello, welcome back. What are we doing? No, we'll keep that in there. Hello. Mark's in a different podcast.
I'm somewhere.
You want to do it again?
Welcome to Can Crushers Wrestling Podcast. I am Mark the Mark that messed everything up.
No.
It's your host, Sir Michael Jenks.
You made it extra special this time around. Memorable start to season 10.
That was what was on my mind.
There you go.
Episode 1, season 10. And I blew it.
He didn't blow it. We're here. We're celebrating. We're throwing shit against the wall.
We are. Because everything was pre-recorded and we had a week off for so much other stuff. I hope you guys had wonderful holidays.
Enjoyed it. Enjoyed time with family, friends, whatever you consider them. It was a good week. Hopefully you just had a lovely start to the new year.
Yeah, I agree. And I know you guys can't see it. You may be able to hear it because there's a little bit in my head, a little bit of an echo, but that's because the podcast has moved. I have changed stuff around. I'm in a new room in the house. I don't have it really set up yet because I've been busy. And this came within, I don't know, probably the last 3 days of like, yeah, I'm going to move the podcast room because I need a gym in my house.
Now, let's be honest here. Did you put out TikTok or whatever a while back that you were moving stuff around and you were in a room? Were you thinking that was going to be the gym at first? And then we're like, you know what? This would make a better podcast room.
Well, the TikTok that I put out was already after I have gotten this into my mind. Because if you followed my TikTok, it was my medals on the board and my Rocky quote is a motivation, and then my big ass banner. I wasn't it was in the living room for motivation of like if I felt down or I just go run or something like that.
Yeah.
But then the more motivation came this weekend when you guys saw, if you're following me on TikTok, that I didn't blow my knee out, but I might have kind of like runner's knee and a little bit of issues going on, but I'm still running and I'm just keeping it compressed all the time. Our local running facility has horrible fucking hours. I'll throw them under the bus. Horrible hours. They don't meet my needs anymore for my long runs when I'm going to be in there longer than I think, or there's no key card or anything like that. So Jenks just went and bought a treadmill.
Yeah. You bought a treadmill? Now, are you... I mean, it didn't seem like it was an impulse buy, though. It was one of those things where you're like,
it was always probably going to come.
That's fair. So it was in the back of your mind. They just helped expedite the process of it.
Clearly. It was probably going to come like income tax time
Yeah.
to kind of just use it on rain days in the summer. But they pissed me off, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Got to do it now. So I'll get the winters out of it. I mean, Pennsylvania winters are till May, essentially.
Right.
So I'm good up until May. Then I'll start running outside again. Next winter, I need it still because that's kind of my real meat and potatoes for my marathon then.
Yeah.
And if I want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do my run on the weekends when they only open at 9 or noon, I don't have to worry about that. I wake up at 5 o'clock because I still wake up. We're early birds, me and you.
Yep. Get it done, get it over with, and move on with the day.
But can I tell you I didn't just buy a treadmill, Jenks?
I was going to say, was there any accessories that you bought with it, or what did you get?
Yeah, this treadmill, they're not sponsoring or anything yet. Maybe we'll work on. No, I don't know. It's a Deer Park treadmill. Not a super big one, but perfect for my size where I need in the new gym downstairs. And it comes with this app for about a year free. I think a year free. It's called Pit Pat, and it essentially is a video game where you create your character and you can run against everybody who wins the world. You can keep it on your iPhone and do it, or you could put it on a tablet and do it. But of course, there's always something that you can do bigger. So you can stream it to a TV.
Okay.
As of recording day, right now, the 8th, I went out and bought a 50-inch TV for my gym so I can stream it from my iPad to the TV so I don't have to look down, because if you're looking, it's going to be mounted down.
Right.
When you're running, you don't want to look down. You want to look straight ahead.
Yeah.
So I'll stream it to the 50-inch TV that's going to be directly in front of me and race against the world. And just, again, at my pace, not doing anything crazy. I've learned to not push myself because I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Or try to run like an Olympic gold medalist.
That's right.
But yeah, at my pace, just to continue to climb up there. Jenks, if you enter some of these big things, you actually get money back from Pit Pat.
Really?
Yeah.
So essentially, it could pay for itself.
I'm thinking it's like cents on a dollar.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Not anything.
Or there's like $10,000 winnings, and then like 20,000 people are in this race, and you split it up.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be like breaking it down even for like winner gets 500. This person gets yeah.
Yeah, I'll end up with 50 cents.
Hey, you're 50 cents richer at that point.
I am.
So take it.
So that has been engulfing my week. I thought it was supposed to come this week, but everybody that's ever listened to this podcast for 9 years, essentially, knows that Mark can't math, because I ordered it on Sunday and it said, 7 to 10 business days. The business.
That's how they get you.
Left my mind.
That's how they get you.
Meaning I didn't get it. Monday was day one.
Right. You're not going to get it
this
until
weekend, so it's coming Wednesday. They've verified.
Well, it is Wednesday. Okay, I was going to say because it's Wednesday to what? The following Monday is 10 days. I think.
Right.
If I do the math right, yeah.
So by next podcast, I'll have it.
I'll be interested. Should do a podcast while running. That would be.
Then I have to move everything back downstairs.
True.
That would be a horrible idea.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that.
I already have one person that's a sad dog right now because we've changed locations.
I mean, you've changed it up on him. I don't know what you want him to do.
Right? I'm almost wondering because his chair that he's always on in the podcast is still downstairs.
Yeah.
Do I need to bring up that recliner that is, first of all, it was my grandma's electric recliner. It's broke where it's out, and it's a max recliner.
Right.
Do I have to drag that son of a bitch that weighs 9 trillion pounds up here to make him comfortable? I brought his bed in here with a boatload of treats tonight.
But does he use that? Does he use that bed or that chair any other time besides recording?
Yeah, when I'm not home, it's also where he kind of
Then
lounges.
you can't really bring it up then because that's his main source. Bring him up another chair. Go, you know what? Go buy him a kid recliner and put it in there. Those are only $100.
Running, this is the thing. Everybody told me running's a great hobby. It's free.
Yes.
Until
It's
you get all the
free.
add-ons.
Yeah, it's free. It's like microtransactions at this point. Oh, hey, yeah, running's free. This game is free. But if you really want to experience it, you need to buy this, 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 and this.
And that's what I'm doing. Buying this, and this. Because in the gym, I have a 5, a 10, and a 15-pound kettlebell coming. I have stretchy thing, the weighted bands coming.
Oh, yeah.
I have an exercise mat coming. I'm sick.
You're just trying to start a home gym here.
And then, yes, those things that you did see on TikTok, the medals and my Rocky quote and the big banner, I have to start decking out the gym. So I have to get more motivational stuff into the gym.
So is it only going to be motivational stuff?
I was thinking about finally rehanging up my Joey Porter framed jersey down there, and probably some other sports things to get them out of the living room. Then that, maybe I could put pictures of me and you in the living room, or me and somebody in the living room, making a family fucking room instead of look at Mark at his greatest.
I mean, before Kimberly moved in, I had the Beatles, Foo Fighters, the Joker on my wall in the living room. It was very much a bachelor pad, if you will. Now it is very nicely decorated, and thank her every day for bringing decorations to this house. But yeah, it was very much bachelor pad related at that point. But that's what you do. That's how you feel comfortable.
Right. So we'll see.
There you go.
Somebody can come in and decorate if they want to for me.
Yeah. Have Max do it.
Great. We're going to have dog paws and fire trucks and
that's very cute decoration. I'm just saying. Very adorable.
So that's my life in the last 2 weeks. Had a good Christmas, had a good New Year's, worked. When the ball dropped, we were out working for 30 hours straight. Legit.
You were having a ball at that point. Well, just that entire week last week was
horrid.
Snow. Like, it did not let up until Friday at 2 in the afternoon?
Yeah, and that's all we did. They kept 3 guys to do garbage for essentially 3 days, and then everybody else was just moving feet of snow.
I mean, that's exactly it. I think we ended up with like 13 inches I saw up here, something like that. Meadville got hit, was like 20 some inches. It was not pretty out last week at all.
They estimated that we got about 14, which is a lot for us already.
Oh, yeah.
But it was 55 degrees down here today, and we don't have any snow anymore.
It was 51 up here, and it's all gone. You're right. It looks like it's middle March.
It does.
I mean, and then tomorrow it's supposed to rain, but it's still 50 degrees.
Yeah.
Snow Sunday, I think I saw.
Snow
so
Sunday,
we're going to be right back at it. So this is going to be I'm thankful it's a warm winter this year. But It seems like it has been. There's been spots where it's been snow, but then there's spots where it's been like 40 degrees. And here it is.
Here it is.
Yeah.
So how was your holidays, my fine friend?
Mine were good. We did a lot of family stuff for Christmas and the holidays and be bopping from house to house, hiding tiny Jesuses at my sister's house just for shits and gigs.
Right.
Yeah. So we
Did you find them all?
So her husband was onto us very quickly into the night, and then it turned into, well, we kept hiding him at that point. Listen, myself and my two cousins, I had a pack of 20. My one cousin had a pack of 20. My other cousin, who sent us the link, somehow bought bigger versions of these things and only had a pack of 12, but we had to hide them everywhere. So we were hiding them everywhere, and then it became a game for the kids to play because now the kids are noticing, oh my God, what's this little guy? Who's this? Who's this? Jesus?
Jesus is everywhere.
Who's Jesus? Can I have a bag? And then it was 6 kids just going around trying to find tiny Jesuses all around. So the moral of the story is the children found Jesus over the holidays. So a ton of them. And I guess they've been terrorizing their houses ever since then because they kept them and been, I guess, being hid along their houses in the lawn. They were finding it in the laundry, getting texts from my cousin's wives that they're in the laundry, they're in the nightstands, they're everywhere. It's been a whole thing. So that went excellent.
The gift that keeps giving.
The gift that keeps giving, our Lord and Savior. So
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying it was a gift that keeps on giving, and he showed up in multiple places. So that was a little fun thing. But, overall, it was a good holidays. We were snowed in, basically. I took off the week of Christmas, worked remote the week after Christmas, where it was just snowing. Kimberly was remote that week too, just so she didn't have to drive through this crap. And that was about it. We just kind of did our own thing, rearranging and just settling into what should be an interesting 2026 coming ahead. So very nice.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Good.
Very much looking forward to the future.
The future.
It's now.
It is now. Your time is now.
Your time is now. Come on down.
You're the next contestant on the Jenks
or
Us.
Yeah.
NCAA, how much have you watched? How much have you loved?
Oh, it was a lot. Watching the playoff, I am absolutely infatuated with the fact that James Madison has scored more points than some of the teams in the quarterfinals. Whether people want to admit it or not, it happened. So poo-poo on you. If you didn't watch the Pop-Tart Bowl or any of the bowls, you're missing out.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. They were magnificent as always. Obviously, I'm repping Oregon. The random shirt thing that we did, the Georgia Bulldogs fell out to Ole Miss, who is my college football NCAA team. So rock on, Rebels, rock on, hotty toddy for them. But getting all in that. So I watched a good amount. What have you watched?
I watched Pitt shit the bed. I watched everybody from Pitt now commit somewhere else.
No,
I watched everybody from Iowa State go to Penn State.
Well, yeah.
And everybody from Penn State go to Virginia Tech.
Yep.
I watched a lot. I really did. I watched a lot of college football when I could, or at least had when we were out. I would have the game on ESPN app, streaming through my my radio in the truck, just listening to games. I'm excited about. Clearly, you want Ole Miss and Oregon, right?
Yeah. Big time. Although I'm not against any of the teams winning if it comes down to that, but I do want Oregon ultimately to win it. but we'll represent some hotty toddy if Ole Miss pulls it out.
As an ACC fan, I should be rooting for Miami.
Yeah.
Again, if you've listened for years, we don't like Florida football teams on here. Essentially,
yeah. I mean, that's fair.
I am also going hotty toddy as well. I'd love to see them do that. Oregon for you, Indiana because I just don't want it to be Miami, but I should because that would only help the ACC.
That's fair. It would help establish, hey, we should have had something in here instead of just Miami. I like the point they proved. They are the best team in the ACC. It just record-wise didn't work out. I will say this, though. Sitting here from December 31st through January 1st and watching the likes of Ohio State, Alabama, all just start crumbling, Georgia even start crumbling off and fall and lose, chef's kiss. I was loving every minute of it. Absolutely every minute of it.
Yeah. A lot of it, I think, we beat this to a dead horse all the time when we're talking NCAA. It's the NIL. It is what it is. It's just, if places like Indiana can now start throwing money like Alabama used to and still does, it's going to bring parity finally to the NCAA.
100%. And you'll see who's got the biggest pocketbooks and who's the biggest backers. I mean, Mark Cuban has come out and said he'll donate to Indiana's NIL now. So there you go. They've got a billionaire in it. There's whoever's got the deepest pockets and whoever can entice people is going to have the bigger payday off of it. And then you're running into situations like, I don't know if you've seen it, the Washington kid who committed earlier this week is now trying to back out, even though he signed a contract, and pretty much go to LSU to be with Lane Kiffin. And that whole debacle of a team over there, that shit show. So that's opening up another whole avenue of shittery and just bullshit at that point. Leading contender for the name of the show is shittery right now, I think. But
I don't know if that will
with the Poop-pourri. Poop-pourri. It's a Poop-pourri show.
Welcome to season 10, Poop-pourri.
Poop-pourri, yeah, like a potpourri. So
yeah, Poop-pourri. Because it is a throw shit against the wall episode to get caught up.
Have you played college football more?
When?
I just asked. That was it. Well, you had 2 weeks. You had 2 weeks to figure it out.
I have not. I really have not. I've done nothing but, and everybody's like, oh, poor Mark. I've really done nothing but run, work, or basketball games. Like today has been literally the only day that I ran around and pay some bills at local establishments and stuff. And I'm like, this is what people do on their days off.
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Welcome to adulthood.
I just got my check and now I have to go give it to people.
Right.
Jesus, I want to go buy a 50-inch TV for every room.
And hang it on the wall and let it be.
Which, by the way, now that we're up here, son of a bitch.
You need a TV. Matter of fact, you need 2.
Why do I need 2?
Why wouldn't you need 2?
I do have a lot more wall space up here, though, now. So there's going to be plethora more of my audio. I can take some out of them. I probably have to buy more picture frames, honestly.
Right. Well, so here's if you're going to put a TV on the wall, you got to buy the TV first, place it, then do the pictures around it, plan for the TVs, and then do the pictures.
I don't know. I have to put the TV. I'm in the corner away from the road, which makes sense.
Right.
And again, I have deadening stuff coming as well, but I don't know. I can't put the TV directly above me. Can I?
Well, if you're in the corner, I mean, you could. If
can't
not,
be
it
a-
would just be
Can't
off
be a
the-
50-inch TV right directly above me.
well, I don't know how much wall space you're working with.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
a plethora of wall space.
Oh, you put a 75-inch up. I don't care.
So we're moving the table then to the middle of the room.
See, if you move it to the middle of the room, then you can put the TV dead ahead and then build out from there. Charlie's in agreement. You got to do this.
Oh, well,
75
Charlie's
inch.
yelling at me.
75-inch, dead on the wall. You're in the middle of the room. Boom.
Pictures all around.
Pictures all around.
Oh, bitch.
You're welcome.
I don't. A 75-inch TV, by the way,
Is
will not
ridiculous.
fit.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but it's a great purchase right now. Will not fit in the Jeep. So
No, that's a good point.
the 65-inch.
Yeah.
Last 2 years ago, I was driving from inside the engine. Like, not that you guys can see me, but I'm all squinted up. Like, so I don't know.
I ended up putting because when I first moved in several years ago into the house, I put the 70-inch. I had to borrow my brother-in-law in his truck to put that in. To haul that son of a bitch in down from Sam's Club. So
Was this prior to you having a truck?
yes, it was prior to me having a Silverado. I had the hell did I have before? Oh, the Traverse.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really it could
There's
have
no way
fit.
that was fitting in it.
I think the lengthwise it could have if I was up in the engine, but the way the back end's designed, you can't get a good angle to slide it in on those older Traverses. So
You would have needed somebody. You would have been with the hatch open and somebody holding the TV.
100% just being like, no, pulling it in.
You're going 90 down Beach.
Denver Street, hoping for the best.
Get out of the way! Got a TV coming.
And then, save the TV.
Yeah. So nothing's changed in season 10, folks.
No,
Nothing.
Same shittery the other day.
Same poopery
Same poopery.
every day. Yeah. Jenks, I think we have to do. You have any hot topics you want to cover? I think we definitely have to cover quickly our thoughts on World's End because that's the first
Right.
paper of the year for us, and it was
Yeah.
clearly dive into. I think WWE started Raw. There was some stuff on SmackDown in the last little bit we want to talk about, but do you have anything pressing though that you really want to say? Holy hell! Do you believe this happened?
Pressing wise, I don't think so because it's been relatively quiet overall in the wrestling world. I will say, and we can talk about it when we get to AEW, but Jesus effing Christ, if there's one more person in Don Callis' family, I'm going to lose my mind. I literally pulled it up. There's 15 people in the Don Callis family right now.
When is it's getting to be like when the NWO
Oh,
just let
100%.
everybody in.
100%. But I guess at the same token, I mean, they're not really dominating the entire company. It's strong, but they're not dominating everything.
Two people are dominating the company. 3 people may be dominating the company, and the other ones barely dominate the storyline that they're in.
100%. And some are just non-existent until they need bodies.
Yeah. We'll see, though.
Yeah.
One may change everything.
May. It may. But I got nothing. What about you?
No, I really don't. That's why I asked you first.
Oh, that's fair. All right.
All right. So let's talk about World's End.
Let's do it.
This, Jenks, for me, already, this is going to be hard pressed. And I know we say this after every AEW pay-per-view.
No, there's no. How's it getting? What's surpassing this?
I don't know. Maybe the match that I said during the Crushies, if it happens, of MJF and Fletcher to help put a pay-per-view over the limit. But this was AEW saying this is the way that we're going to run 2026.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it started hot, it finished hot, and it ran hot the entire length of the pay-per-view. They set the tone for the year, for what's to come. They wanted to end 2025 with an exclamation point, but they also are kicking off 2026 and saying, "All right, we're in your face and we're running with it." There's a lot of bullshit in the other company, but we're going to be wrestling, storyline. Here you go. And we're off.
Did you watch this live?
I did. Yes.
Okay. I did not.
Okay. That's what I thought, because I was going to text you and I'm like, I don't feel like he's watching it live right now.
I could not.
That's fair. You're busy. You're busy.
I could not. So I did end up, though, going back and even watching the pregame, the tailgate party, whatever the hell they're called it every other time, goddamn time.
Tailgate party works.
I am usually not a fan of the tailgate party. It's just things on there for us to watch prior to.
Right.
Dude, even the tailgate party was lit, as the kids are saying nowadays.
It had a lot of good fun matches on it. I will say that. Because they weren't slacking. They were coming out to run the show at this point. Run it, if you will.
Yeah, run it.
Run it.
I like the Sisters of Sin win. Listen, they're going to be, and I'll say that they're going to be the next tag team champions, I believe.
Yeah, it's starting to trend that way, especially with the 6-woman tag that's coming up next week. Between them, Tekla and Chris and the Babes of Wrath. This is really trending towards. There's about to be a changing of the guard. Big time here.
I think, yeah, the triangle, what the hell are the Sisters of Sin?
The Triangle of Madness, yeah.
Triangle of Madness, but the Sisters of Sin of Julia and Sky, but the Triangle of Madness, be prepared for 2026, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Group of the year.
Yeah. Faction of the year. You put it on there.
Should we add that?
I think we have to at this point, right? Because there's a lot of factions that we don't give love to.
I'm adding it right now, or I'll forget.
All right. I gotta write it down so I can add it to my spreadsheet.
Yeah, let's do that. So boom, added. So there's your first Crushy award for next year, folks. Just throwing that out there. Surprising return for me, Ortiz. Like I thought I know him and Santana had their thing, but I thought he was hating on AEW for a while too. And he comes back and he's with Eddie again, which thank you.
Well, I thought him and Eddie had a problem at one point. Like, I thought that was the case. Him and AEW, him and Eddie. But Eddie needed somebody. There's just, I think we're going to see them they might get a tag title run here at some point.
Yeah, I think because saying this mean, but what do you bring Ortiz back for?
And to that point, we know Eddie's up there, Ortiz is up there. Maybe this is one final run for them to just, all right, go out on top. Here's the tag team titles, and then we'll slowly transition you back out of the fray.
Yeah. The 8-man match, you know how I am with those. Sometimes it's too much, but it was just enough for me.
Okay, that's good. It wasn't bad. I mean, it had a lot of decent spots in it, but it was also, okay, we purposely are setting this up for Jack and Baldy to face each other one more time, or at least in a singles match for this national title, whatever happens with that. Right. So the question then becomes, okay, are we playing Hurt Syndicate versus Demand game for the next 8 months, or what are we going to do here? So,
right. So do you think Jack's the next national champion?
Actually, no. I think they're just feeding Ricochet somebody, and Jack just happens to be the person they're feeding him.
A noteworthy first.
Noteworthy first. And then, I mean, if you think about it, the Continental Classic, they just threw Jack in there and he barely scraped into 6 points at that point. So to me, it's Jack is there to bolster out, but to be buddies with the Bucks and just be tag team with Luchasaurus at some point. They didn't come back to take over the world at this juncture of the game.
No, agreed wholeheartedly with that. Yeah. Then we get to the freaking main card. Thank you. Takeshi and Okada. This is their first go around, but there's more to come.
Yeah.
I want to know how many possible matches of the years did you get out of this card?
Oh, well, I think 3 to 4 right now.
Yeah. It's roughly where I no. That's roughly where I am.
Yeah, I was trying to count them because there were some of them I clearly wrote match of the year. This one in particular, and then it was immediately replaced by the next one.
Yeah.
I seriously do not know what's topping Moxley and Fletcher. I can't imagine anything would. I was losing it.
There's minimal. Listen, if you've not watched it, and I know we're a couple weeks behind, but if you've not watched it, I don't go anywhere and find it. I have hit for notes in these two matches because there's a plethora of stories in these two matches for all four men to meet again, possibly be together randomly at some point against each other. Like there's just so many subplots of this whole thing. And I'm like, holy shit, there's 2026 coming at us right now.
Like a freight train. Yeah, 100%. And this is going to be the sprinkle of the Continental Classic or the Continental title for the next year. Is we're gonna get a rematch with Okada. We're gonna throw in Takeshi. We're gonna throw in Fletcher. We're gonna have both of them come out at the same time. The riff is starting with the Callis family, so this is a whole thing that has just started and to really start to get fleshed out, and it's gonna get more and more drawn out as we get further and deeper into the year.
It did right though. In the second match, the Fletcher Mox match, as soon as the knee injury came, I said, your champion is Mox. They gave it away to me, at least, that he was winning the Fletcher match, and then he was going to win the whole thing. It was just the way he was selling it to me or something, and I'm like, oh, Mox is your new champ. Mox is going to beat Okada.
Yeah.
I didn't know how. I didn't know if he was going to get help, but I just had a feeling during the Fletcher match. And that injury came, 5-6 minutes in?
Right.
And I'm like, Mox is winning this whole thing.
I think to me, I was so distracted by how good the match was. I didn't even float the possibility Mox is winning this. It might have passed me by at some point, but I was just sitting there like I couldn't think of anything but watching these two try to destroy each other during the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's fair. The selling now makes total sense, but in the moment, I was like, oh, I'm invested. Thank you very much. Hit him again.
Yeah. The screwdriver not being there, being used the match before.
That screwdriver spot was one of I did put that. Okay, wow, the screwdriver to end Takeshi, great. But when they revisited with Fletcher frantically searching throughout all of the turnbuckles, I was like, oh my God, you have just set up Takeshi Okada and Fletcher, the crack is there now.
Yeah.
And it's just going to get wider and wider and wider, probably for that international title when the time comes.
What do we say? Double or nothing?
I think Double or Nothing are all in. When do
Yeah.
they pull the trigger? Do they go back to Okada to catch that all in? Do they bring that ahead forward? Fletcher gets into the picture at some point. I think it's going to be. I think they're going to show that Fletcher is the better young protege over Takeshita here early. Yeah, Takeshita won the IWGP title and lost the title. But Fletcher is the young gun that can come in and maybe he's already beat Okada. Maybe beats Okada again. And then he has a one-up on Takeshita because Takeshita couldn't beat Okada. And then we're chasing that for 10 years.
That's my chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. Those two matches are intertwined the whole year. They're 1A and 1B, and they're going to be hard to beat. Period.
100%.
I don't care unless your kids find Jesus Christ and Satan and wrestle at SummerSlam. I don't know. It's still going to be better than that, I think.
Things are falling short.
Right. Then we had FTR against the Bang Bang Gang, essentially. I said, holy shit, this was over quick. Like, I thought it was way too fast.
There was not, the pacing was, we got to get to the next match. It was basically, we're giving you time on the pay-per-view, but we don't want this to be a thing.
Right.
And then you have Stoke who just goes flying across the table. That was the
He
biggest thing.
Died.
He did. He almost didn't walk out of there. He went flying. Like, I was kind of like, is he okay? Do we know if he's safe?
Not at all. Because they never went back.
It's just done at that point.
Limp body. For a while?
He needs to be in a neck brace the next time we see him.
Agreed.
Or the wheelchair. Just have him in a wheelchair, and he has to be wheeled down to the ring the whole time.
Tony's got enough to get him a hover round, I think, at least.
That'll be a scooter. Just get him a scooter. Get him a jazzy scooter to get down there. It'll be perfect.
They have to lift him up into the ring.
Every time. Just put him on the thing. Set him up a chair. He can sit in the scooter during matches. Gets up during it, like hooks him with a cane or something, and it'll be fine.
Selling that all. A manager of the year will go to Stokely then finally.
Yeah.
Not that
we probably should have had it by. Yeah, if we had that, probably should have had it past 3 years at this point.
Well, there's really no other managers.
I mean,
and you don't come to me about Paul.
No, or Callis. I'm saying this. If there were other managers, Stokely would beat him. Yeah.
Agreed. Babes of Wrath against Monet and Athena. Back and forth. I think we both knew it was never going to be Monet and Athena.
No,
she's dropping her titles consistently now, and we'll get there.
Left and right at this point. It was more about how do we get to the pinfall to embarrass her on this night. You and I think we're both shocked by the Wednesday result that came out of it.
Yeah.
Based off conversations we've had in the past. So, but it's just now, it's a fun game of when's Mercedes going to drop it, but how is she going to lose the belts? Is it by a finisher, or is it by fluke or by crook or whatever it is?
Yeah. And I think all of them are going to be that way.
Oh,
every title she loses, and then she's going to snap and get to stat is where we're going, right?
Is she though?
I know.
Because my thought is maybe it's Tekla.
That's truly my thought now.
I think they go all in on the Triangle of Madness this year. And maybe Mercedes is going to challenge, but never get it. Never get it. She'll never get it unless she puts her name on a contract for 3 more years.
Because it's coming to an end soon.
It's close. I think if it's not by March this year, it's in 14 months.
Yeah.
Time.
But then we already have her and Bailey booked doing something in AEW. Right?
If
possibly.
Comes, yeah, I mean, possibly.
I mean, I think it all depends. I think those two are so attached. Now, I mean this as friends, as everything. Does Bailey convince her to come back and Bailey signs with WWE, re-signs with WWE? I don't know. That kind of looks shady. Or does Monet say, I'm not signing anything until I know that you can get here?
Mm-hmm.
I can take another, say if there's a 6-month break, well, she can go, but Mercedes can go back to Stardom and we wouldn't know her contract is up, but she's over in Japan doing her thing, and then they both come together.
I mean, to that point, she could be just on the verge of desperation where she's dropped everything, she's lost everything, and then she challenges one more time for the women's tag titles out of desperation, and she finds a partner miraculously, and here comes Bailey walking through the curtain, just tearing it all down.
Right. But we don't know when Bailey's is up.
Like, no, there's rumors this year, last year, the year after Christmas started. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be any time.
But rumors are sometime this year. Who knows?
Yeah.
Then we get to Darby and Gabe Kidd. And this was my least favorite match of the night.
I thought I was witnessing a murder.
Well, yeah. It was blood to have blood prior to. And then I'm like, holy shit. Not that it was too much for me, but I mean, did we think any other way was going to happen on this match?
No. To me, though, if you're going to bring in Gabe Kidd, which it seems like he's essentially signed at this point, I mean, wouldn't you want him to go over, especially if he's destroyed and murdered him? Give him a pinfall victory.
Right.
Darby is not Superman. Darby is Superman in their eyes right now. They're obviously building him up for something. They're probably building him up to take the title off MJF. Let's be honest there. Because it's been years. It's been years of talk. They're building him up to be superhuman. MJF won't be able to beat him with a headlock takeover anymore. There is other factors at play, but good God Almighty, how do you continuously take this without your body just saying, I'm done. You need to be in traction for 8 months.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have runner's knee right now. I can only imagine what Darby has.
Darby has nothing. He has no bones anymore.
Darby's a gelatin ball.
It's a gelatin ball that moves it from town to town on a skateboard.
Like a wacky wavable inflatable.
Bringing it right back to Bailey.
Bailey again. I digress. I said that match was probably my worst. I forgot moving forward. This Team Death against Team Tony essentially was just to have them all on the card. I'll say this, and it's going to probably piss people off, so I might as well keep doing it. Tony was so protected in this match that she didn't really do anything but get the win, and then the whole shenanigans after were like...
I mean, I did appreciate that she was taking the swing and going after people and all that stuff, but you're right, she wasn't taking any major bumps in this to get her past. Hey, you know what? Sometimes a throuple just blossoms out of nowhere, and you know, maybe the least amount of things that we thought was going to develop out of AEW is now developing.
Yeah. Favorite match, a favorite moment during this was Marina and Roddy's stare down. I don't know. I love that. I wish they would actually given them minutes to do something instead of
2 shots.
Yeah.
She kicked him, and then he slapped the shit out of her back. I mean, that was brutal. Did you see that hand welt?
Yeah, I did.
He did not hold back.
No, it's your wife, dude.
And he's just like, nope, she's getting cracked.
Hater and Stat. To me, there's got to be a lot to happen in the women's division because this was unfucking believable. I have it for notes for this. This was part 1. There better be 17 parts to this year.
It was literally just 2 powerhouses blowing each other up just for fucking shits, gigs, and everything in between. I mean, I named 4 things, but I'm like, oh God almighty. They were just brutal, and it was working for him. I love the haterade at the end that helped secure the victory by Stat. I love that they were trading it back and forth. That's the way it should be for the women's title. Beat the shit out of each other. You're the same build. Just fucking tear it down, and whoever can't stand loses.
After this match, and then prior to things that have happened recently, I'm like, oh, cool. Because when Jamie did have the title and she had the injury that she had to essentially give it up. I mean, we're talking years ago.
Yeah.
And then came back and got re-injured yet. I'm like, they're not resetting, but they're reestablishing Jamie. I'm like, cool. By the end of this year, I could see Jamie having the title. But with what we've said recently of Tekla and maybe Mercedes or depending, I still think Jamie's probably, and Tony throws curveballs all the time, would be 4th or 5th on his list.
Yeah. Well, also think of this. I mean, Tekla and Jamie have history now. Tekla put her out for a little bit. Then they came back. Jamie got the win. Tekla gets the title. That's a big first hurdle to throw right at Tekla, right out the gate, or save it for later pay-per-view if you wanted to offload the title at some point and get Hater over again. It builds a lot back to it to bring us back full circle.
Right. I would hope it's not the first one, honestly, because I think Tekla and Jamie could have a hell of a series as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But Jamie and Stat, I still think this needs to be ran at least one more time.
Absolutely. So one more time, throw the shit at the wall, let it run.
Yeah. This is going to be hard pressed for me, by the way, of women matches.
Oh, we got a year. We got a year.
I know.
We
got a year. Then we get to, I mean, we already told you we spoiled this, but we get to Okada and Mox. The middle finger war. I was fucking dying laughing just because.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is what we're doing between these two studs. And then Mox is a fan favorite now. Fan fucking favorite. The double happened that night.
I was like, how is this going to play out? It's still there, but the Death Riders and that, it's like, okay, there's everybody standing there, they're cheering, they're enthralled, they're ready for it. And now we have Callis involved, but you see on Wednesday night, and you see more now. I'm going to bleed a little bit here. Mox is by himself, doing his own thing. The rest of the Death Riders are doing their own thing, and it is two separate ideologies.
Whoa!
Right now,
ideologies on Can Crushers.
Ideologies on Can Crushers. So there's two separate things going on here. The Death Riders are separated. They just haven't acknowledged it yet. And that might open the door for someone like Claudio to become the Continental Champion about mid-year, probably.
I would think, because there needs to be meat and potatoes. There needs to be an end to the Death Riders, right? I know there's two different ideologies right now, but they're still ideal a little bit, right?
Yeah.
There needs to be that complete separation now.
Oh, the crack needs to happen. And now it's just a matter of when. When do we make the crack happen? When do we pull the trigger and separate these two? All in. We keep saying all in. I think that's a great place to do it.
Do you think it really is Claudio just because he'll become pseudo leader? Listen, Pac's Pac is Pac still. Like I think he would burn a bridge. I think if this happens, I think it completely happens. Like maybe there really isn't Death Riders then anymore either.
I think if this happens, Pac does his own thing because Pac will disappear for 6 months, right?
Right.
Pac leaves for 6 months. Mox separates from the rest of the group. Yuta is a little shit, just like is Claudio, basically, but just a little shit. Garcia is a boy. He is a boy amongst men right now. He's not fully fitting into it. No. Marina has come into her fucking own as a Death Rider and actually looks like a viable problem versus what she was when she was just trolling on her own.
Right.
This is all about presentation. So I think Claudio has the subgroup, but you're right. Pac does his own thing. Mox is going to be the one they turn on. Maybe Pac joins Mox down the road to help kind of get revenge on the Death Riders.
Yeah, that's essentially where I was going.
Yeah.
Lots of storylines, we said, for 2026, just out of this pay-per-view.
Pull the string.
And there's about 17 out of the next match then. Essentially, just the four-way between Green Lantern, Swerve, Hangman, MJF, and then Joe.
Yeah. What happened in this match?
A lot happened in this match. First and foremost, dude, you're a married man right now. You can't be coming out with bitches alongside anymore. MJF
does his own thing. And the disrespect to Swerve doing that hip thrust right into his face, getting it right back though, which is what needed to happen. But if there was one person in AEW, I would never think that would happen to Swerve.
Right.
I wouldn't try it.
No, not at all. I did like the ending of this though. And let me say, I think it was apropos that MJF pinned Joe, because does that get him away from this now for a little bit? It kind of like puts a button on anything MJF and Joe have done for a while.
Maybe. I do feel like Joe might be, well, outside of Bandito, might be the first to get the shot just because we haven't seen him. And it's been like, well, we didn't see him last week, but Hangman and Swerve are going after the ops. They're just fighting the ops right now. All right. The ops minions. I just feel like Joe's going to be the first one to get the crack at MJF out of this. Then it'll be Hangman, and then it will be Swerve, or it could be vice versa. I think they just end up being your first three victims to whatever MJF's reign is.
And I like that you said victims, because there's shenanigans in all three of those matches from one or the other two that aren't involved. Like his MJF's first 3 matches aren't going to be clean to, and I'm not saying eliminate Swerve and Hangman and Joe from the title picture, but to move them aside to get to Darby, to get to
whoever,
yeah,
probably Ospreay whenever he gets back.
Fletcher.
It's definitely Fletcher. It's definitely going to be the case. I will say, going back to the end of that match, because I was looking at my notes here, the way I wrote at one point early on, he's going for the buckshot too many times. That's going to be what the downfall comes to. And sure enough, he got the low blow and then it was over. Way too many. It was good storytelling because it made sense that he would lose it on that. Because you keep going to the well once too many times, people are going to catch on and they're going to end you.
Yep. So it's definitely a 6-pack for me.
100%. Definitely a good old 6-pack for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt, it was worth every dollar I didn't spend, and I watched it, and it was unbelievable. Again, hard press for anything to pass this up.
Absolutely.
Do you want to stick with AEW and throw shit against the wall for like the last 2 weeks of what we've seen?
Yeah, we can do that if you want. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do AEW, then we'll break briefly, and then wrap up WWE.
All right.
Go first.
All right. Throwing shit against the wall. Well, I'll start with the we totally forgot. Kenny is throwing his hat into the ring for the world title already. So this is a good place to start off here. So, okay, so now Omega's involved in this mix. He's the first of the 4. So this has got to be Kenny and MJF at Revolution.
Good call. Yeah.
And then we move to Joe or Hangman or Swerve or whoever it is at Dynasty. Then it's Double or Nothing, and then it's All In after that.
So we're giving MJF a healthy 9-month reign-ish.
I think at least. I don't know if he loses.
You don't think he loses in 2026?
He might not, but I will tell you this. If things work out, All In's in London. Can you imagine England's own boy home in front of the home crowd going for that title? And if you don't think he's going hard right now to get back.
And that's the thing. We don't, at least I haven't seen anything on his progression out there.
Well, I haven't seen anything about the progress he's made, but he's already shown up in New Japan and said he would help United Empire whenever he was healed. So if he's moving quickly, or the progress must be being made if we've made an extreme declaration that he's going to be helping the United Empire whenever he's back and healthy.
Touche. I didn't put that point together, but yeah.
Is it impossible that he could end up in the Owen and get a title shot?
Yeah.
It might happen. Doesn't mean he'll win.
No, but if it happens in England,
it's too much, too good to pass up.
Right. A title change to Ospreay from MJF in England is pretty big. It's pretty, and it doesn't hurt MJF whatsoever.
No, absolutely not. I mean, they wrestled 59.5 minutes on a random Dynamite before.
Right.
Just saying, it makes total sense. MJF doesn't lose anything, to your point. Ospreay has everything to gain. Pomp, circumstance, you name it, it's going to have it.
So maybe my match of the year prediction doesn't happen, but we get a bigger match of the year for next year's World End of Fletcher Ospreay for the title. 2027 actually then is where Fletcher, not that he's broken out, he's a fucking star.
Yeah.
He gets the title in real 2026, but 2027 is his year then.
100%. 2027, he's running big with it.
Because who else would Fletcher really want to beat but essentially his mentor, his best friend? And Ospreay would probably do something like that because
Ospreay would put him over.
Will's long in the tooth. And we hate saying that.
But
this is an injury that you might only have a little bit of time from anymore.
Yeah. When it comes down to the neck, it can be very short amount of time you have, or you're finding a way to help yourself get a longevity out of your career. And that's where it is. Put 2 and 2 together with that one in
right.
sense of you can figure that out. What I mean by that. So that's going to be the key is, what he doesn't have long.
Right. And I bet you he's probably out of crazy matches this year.
Oh yeah. He's not touching a crazy match for maybe ever.
Yeah.
No anarchy, no cages, no blood and guts, nothing. He's not jumping off of a cage at any point in time.
No, not even in a garbage can.
No. Or eating on a cage.
Mine is a big return that happened a long time ago, and then he was on the shelf, and now he's back. It's Almas again. Is it something that we were looking forward to, Andrade? Or are we saying, okay, you were gone because somebody effed up your contract? We knew you were here.
Yeah.
But now you're here again, and I don't know.
It's truly, I'm not excited about it.
NXT was his best time.
As a lot of those stars are in WWE, NXT was the best. He had his character. He brought it. He flushed it out. He made it the most he could in NXT. After you leave NXT, the stock plummets and you just never recover. Ask Alistair. Ask Shinsuke. Gargano. Ciampa. It's not good.
I was left WWE to come here, was barely used here, went back, tried to be with his wife. That went downhill. And I hate it because he's an uber athlete, but he's middle of the pack for me right now. I don't care what he does.
That's his ceiling.
Right.
I don't even know if he's middle of the pack right now because it's not moving the needle for me besides, Andrade jumped again. But then he wasted that last October, so now it's just Andrade's back. Yeah.
Okay. What else you got?
I've
been waiting for that one just to be like poo-poo on it.
Poo-poo on it very quickly. Let's talk here.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
I know. Let's talk real talk here. Maybe one of the best entrances to ever grace the wrestling has returned. And it's a super kick party. They're back. They're tasseled and they're there. Super kick party is back. Baby.
Oh.
Well,
baby too, huh?
No baby.
They've done a lot since the last time they've had the tag titles.
Yeah.
Of shenanigans. When do we get them in FTR? Because that's all we really want right now, without a doubt. And I know since it's the beginning of the year, this is our thing, episode 1, season 10. Is this the year of the Bucks again? Of just them doing tag team wrestling, and they don't have to go deep into storyline. They can just do their shit, and we're like, holy fuck, the Bucks are back.
I think that's this year. I would agree. Whenever the FTR meeting is, well, depending on if the old heads come back at any point in time, we'll see it sooner rather than later, I think. I don't think it's going to be Revolution, but I think it'll be maybe soon after.
Double or Nothing?
Maybe.
Spring
That'd be a good place to
or whatever the fuck they call it. Spring Break or
Dynasty.
Dynasty.
You're thinking the Dynamite that they always run.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell they call it. It is Spring Break, I think.
Yeah. Spring Solstice.
Oh, Beach Break. Beach Break.
Yeah. That's because Cody bought that from WWE. That's right.
Yeah.
When he was still there. I hope. I really do. I nothing against FTR. It took me a while to deal with the broke box, as always. It took me a while. The boat sold it. Everything sold it for me. And now I only want the Bucks. I really just wanted. I threw my thing out the window of the old heads. I blew it. I don't see where they fit in at the tag team title right now, even if they do come back.
Yeah. It's only a novelty act to me. Whenever they come back, it's a novelty act. And they shouldn't be thrust into the tag team title picture just because they are who they are. That doesn't fly for me, but that's what's going to happen because they are who they are. And Christian has a longer leash than what Copeland would have because of what he's done for AEW and that. And let's be honest, Christian's not here because Copeland's not here.
Period.
Yeah. That's the only reason Christian's not on TV right now.
Yeah. Because they're waiting for the 5-second snapshot.
Exactly. They had to wait for Copeland to get done shooting films and playing Aries and then come back.
So maybe then we get FTR Bucks sooner. And maybe the old heads are the reason why FTR loses.
Could be.
They could rekindle that Cope FTR thing that they really never put to bed.
Yeah.
Because they have Christian now. And it doesn't have to be for the titles whatsoever. They can burn that for a while as the Bucks are running through everybody else again.
Right. Yeah, it could be it.
Last year I wanted it. 2024 I wanted it for 2025 because you saw the writing on the wall. Yeah. It would have been cool. And you're right, it would have been novelty. It's still going to be novelty. If the titles would have happened, they would have been quick.
Yeah.
I don't want it now. You've lost me on it. And it's because of whatever Cope is doing and all of that and an injury and this, that. We've seen it before with AEW. If you don't do it at the exact right time, you lose the momentum.
You lose the luster. I mean, look at the Acclaim. They did 3 weeks later, and it lost its steam from it. They should have pivoted then.
The night that I was in Buffalo.
The night you were in Buffalo, pivoted, give it to them, let Swerve and Lee lose it then. You rematch it, have them beat them again, be done with it.
Yep. Yeah.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with these guys now. I don't know if anybody really wants to see the 5-second snapshot anymore.
It's not worth it.
I don't. No.
I don't either. I'm good.
Not as tag champs.
No.
Not as tag champs. Not with what the Bucks are going to do now. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got nothing else for AEW. Do you have anything else?
I hope to God they never try this lights out dark spotlight thing again. I love the good match. good match, but the spotlight bullshit for the lights out match was absolutely atrocious.
It was.
Don't do that to me.
It looked like a weak indie card.
Yeah.
It only had one light the whole night.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I hated it.
Just,
I'm glad you. I didn't even care if we talked about it.
I had to bring it up. I mean,
Because
it was that bad, and they realized it was that bad because they turned the lights on during the match.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping is maybe by hook or by crook, lack of better terms, they just had an electrical issue and they couldn't actually turn it back on. And they were just sitting there like, we can only run spotlights right now, and then we'll figure it out at some point.
I was wondering if they didn't like pass that through where they were, and they tried to do it, and it's like it's probably a big violation of, you can do quick lights, quick out, turn them right back on when Alistair used to come in that way,
Right.
or even Bray, but everybody's got there's lights. This was like there was no knock because the lantern is stuck in my head. Like there was a lantern and they were just wrestling via the lantern. And I'm like, this is something a horrible indie thing would do.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're like, what are you guys doing? Turn the fucking lights back on. We're not allowed doing this here. This is a violation of safety and everything.
100%. I wouldn't doubt that was what was happening. Because it wasn't somebody was on Twitter or Blue Sky or Facebook and like, oh, they're shitting on it. We better turn the lights back on.
Right. Don't do it again.
Yeah.
AEW does dabble with things that they probably shouldn't ever do again.
They like to take chances, which I will give them credit for. Take chances. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
And when it doesn't, though,
it's a stinker.
Done.
It's a stinker, and they never revisit it. They know it's bad, which I appreciate. It's not like the red light that comes down for Hell in a Cell or Bray Wyatt when he was wrestling as the Fiend.
Yeah.
The
worst ever. I hate it. All right. One more? Anything else? I love that you're just feeding.
Nothing on AEW. We'll go to WWE.
So take a break. But don't forget, before a break, down in the show notes, don't forget, if you want to buy something from WWE, we have a WWE affiliate code. It sends you right over to Fanatics, and we're very transparent that sometimes you get a discount, sometimes you don't, but you do help support the podcast. So if you want the new man shirt that's out there and you have your $50 or whatever it costs, and you're going to spend that, use our code, and then you might get a discount, you might not, but you help support Can Crushers.
Which is really what we wanted to do. So thank you for that if you do it.
We want it to do.
We wanted to do that. But what else we want you to do is maybe go to CrowdMade and buy the Can Crushers merch with our beautiful faces on it, where we have cups, hoodies, hats, whatever we have out there, vests, you know what it is. We don't need to go through it all. But go out there, go to CrowdMade, buy up our merch, and support the podcast.
Yeah. Don't forget all our socials: Facebook, Instagram, X, still on Threads. I don't know who posts on there, but still on Threads. So join the discussion on all of those as well.
I still haven't logged into that. You can listen to us anywhere: Spotify, iHeart. It's all out there. Apple. We're across the board. We're even on YouTube. Audio
IMDb.
only, but we're on YouTube. IMDb too. I checked that the other week. We're still bringing in strong the episodes. So listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast and enjoy it.
Don't forget, we do an Ask Can Crushers every quarter. But if you ever have a question that's really on your mind that you want us to answer or give our opinions, cancrusher69@gmail.com. Send those in. We'll answer. Don't forget, in a couple of weeks, essentially, well, Jenks and I are going to talk about this after the show goes off the air. We are going to have our January special, and it's going to be best and worst tag teams.
I can't wait for this.
I can't wait for this. It's good. I'm telling you, ours are going to be completely different. If there's anything that we probably differential on, it is tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
Especially our eras.
It's definitely the eras of it all, but hey, you never know. There could be some similarities drawing the line.
Oh, probably the worst. Probably the worst we close on.
You trying to say the Smoking Guns have made your worst tag team list?
No, they were probably number 5 on my favorite. 4 is the Body Donnas.
Oh, look, we're getting Mark's list already now.
Right?
I will throw the Heavenly Bodies on that one.
Yeah. Do you want to go to WWE?
Let's go to WWE. Oh, wait. You can contact us at cancrusher69 at gmail.com. You need to do that for the Ask Can Crusher show, or you can call us at 814-299-6687 before we forget again. Don't forget to do that.
Don't forget to do that. That's it, right? It's been a couple of weeks since we did that, so I think so. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with our WWE version of Throw the Shit Against the Wall on this podcast.
What's going on, you guys? This is the CEO of Shane Taylor Promotions and the baddest of all time, Shane Taylor, and you are listening to the Can Crushers Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to Can Crushers Wrestling Podcast. It is now time for WWE. It's WWE, baby.
It is. It is. And Sir Michael Jenks, I'm going first because it just happened. And I think it means so much. And I love it. And it means so much for WrestleMania, but it meant so much for somebody else. The man is back on top, is Intercontinental Champion in a women's division. Completely love it. Okay.
Yeah.
And we know where this is going. It's going to be the WrestleMania match between her and AJ, probably essentially dropping it to AJ at WrestleMania. And I love all that. We've been waiting for it since AJ returned and this, that, and the other. We don't know how long. We think AJ signed a long-term contract, yada, yada. That's all pomp and circumstances as well, essentially.
Yeah.
How do you look at Maxine anymore? Is a viable professional wrestler. She's gotten at least top to mid card now.
I think so. I think she has hit the mid card because Becky brought her up to the mid card. There was a lot before this. Couldn't have cared less. Now, okay, I'm invested.
Yeah. I really am. U.S. Championship. I want to talk about that as well. Like all of this, like Maxine was the joke of the Alpha Academy, this, that, and the other. One quick. How long was it? Month and a half? 2 months with Becky? And now you're looking at Maxine as like, holy shit. At least I am.
Yeah.
And it was just because, and I know we said this about Becky and the crushes and everything and what she's done, how many people she brought up last year because of this. Maybe this is Beck's year to be Beck's again, or give a little bit of stroke to AJ. Not that AJ needs stroke or anything like that, but I now look at Maxine and I'm like, she is now a viable contender for IC or US Championship.
Absolutely. My only caveat is, okay, Becky's elevated you for the last month and a half. Can you sustain it?
She's going to need wins over Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
Like those.
Agreed, but also, do you live up to this match? Can you produce a great match even if you don't win? can you wrestle Kyrie well? Can you wrestle anyone well? Because Becky can take you from pillar to post and guide you through a match very well. Make it past Becky. Okay, can do it with Kyrie? Can you do it with Roxanne? Can you stick with whoever you end up next?
Right.
The dance partner is as important, but can you carry the match as well? Can you make it? Keep us believing. Don't let us falter. Right.
Is she always going to be, and this is where I wanted to get, will she always be the lovable underdog, even if she continues to rack up wins, though?
No, but I think that's the exciting part of the character that they've done here. She's been studying with Natty, and now she's looking like more of an attack of, I'm going to be on it, I'm going to be on you, I'm going to beat you in that regards. That's where the character development's coming into play, and it's actually working out in her favor.
It is. Thank you. You saw it. You knew where I was going.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They knew what they were doing. They were putting in the contingency plan of, you're no longer the plucky underdog. Now you have to be the ferocious competitor. But there's an underlying layer of the ferocious competitor needs to know when to stop. It needs to know when to let go, unlike what she did with the ankle lock that cost her the title.
Right. But I think it was great. I think Maxine could have a hell of a year.
Oh, absolutely.
I imagine we see her in Money in the Bank.
Probably. Is this her breakout year? We're going to find out.
What do you got?
What do I got? I would say, sticking with women, let's go to the mid card on SmackDown side, because now we're bringing it right back. Julia's your champion again. She beat Chelsea for the women's United States Championship. Fantastic. Now we've played hot potato with this title, but in a good way, because we've given Chelsea a little bit of a run with it. We gave Julia a little bit of a run with it. Now it's back to Julia. What's the next step? Is it we're getting a killer run out of Julia here, getting a couple months, she'll drop it to somebody else, and we're going to continue to play this game? That helps the title a lot, especially when the competitors are really good at what they're doing and can sell it going forward.
I'm glad that you went there, because this was going to be my next one, honestly.
Yeah.
So I wanted to stick and say it. I'm glad you read my mind. Julia's first run was, everybody wanted it longer. But I think what they did now, looking back, they're like, okay, Chelsea establishes it again, runs with it for a little bit. This run for Julia, it does stuff for both of them in my eyes. This run now reestablishes Julia. Maybe she had a lingering injury that was hidden from us, but she was still on TV doing this, that, or the other. Took a lot of losses, kind of buried a little bit, but okay, boom, we're bringing her right back up now. I think, like you just said, I think this is a healthy run for her. I think she has it a while.
Yeah.
Because she's not, talent-wise, yes, she could be going for the heavyweight championship, the title, without a doubt. Not developed yet, though, in the WWE's eyes. So whatever, shame on them. They could have developed better. But give her this run for a while. This is Chelsea's Money in the Bank here. This was to get her out of the mid card.
Yeah.
Because, and I think by the end of this year, Chelsea's a heavyweight champion.
Probably. You're absolutely correct. I would agree with that. There's no other way. She would be floundering if she stayed mid card.
Right. Even the joke wise, she loves losing. She's on Chris Van Vliet every other week. She sees Van Vliet more than she sees her husband. Well, not anymore, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that, which is even more of a interesting dynamic there. But you're right. She said she loves being the Miz of the women's division. Taking the losses, somebody's got to do it. You're still getting a paycheck. and you're still building up a respect for you. So why not?
Yeah.
No.
The Miz had his title run.
Yep. Chelsea can have hers.
Chelsea's going to have hers. Chelsea's going to have hers. And I have to imagine it'll be this year.
I would agree wholeheartedly, because if there's one person that's in probably pole position for the Money in the Bank for the women, it's Chelsea right now.
Yeah. Because everybody's invested, good, bad, or ugly. Like when she wins this, and I know every time you win the Money in the Bank, you end up on a hell of a losing streak for a while.
Right.
That's nothing different for Chelsea.
No, she's already been established with it.
Is this the switch of the Money in the Bank this year? Once Chelsea wins Money in the Bank, does she start winning a lot, kind of getting a little bit more cocky, cashes in and wins it against, I don't know, Liv? I've ruined that for everybody too.
Right. But everybody knew that's where that was going. But let's go off of that. I don't think it changes a damn thing. She's accepting taking losses. You let her lose, and then let her cash in at the most opportune time. I think it makes it even more exciting for the Money in the Bank cash in at that point. Because nothing's changing.
Yeah.
Well, when they lose, so let me back that up. Because in general, when somebody loses a lot after winning the Money in the Bank, it does take a little bit off of them. It takes a little bit of luster. It helps. Okay. Oh, they won it out of nowhere. Great. Cool. Whatever. We're used to Chelsea losing. We're used to seeing it consistently happen. So when she continues to do it, we're going to be really lulled to sleep of she's never going to win this title. She's never going to cash in. It's just going to be blah, 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 blah.
It's going to be a fail.
It's going to be a fail. It's going to be a fail. And then she does it out of the blue. That's going to be a bigger reaction than I think any women's cash in has ever gotten.
I think so. People are going to lose their shit.
Yeah. Or Chelsea's going to lose at the same night of Money in the Bank.
Maybe.
It could go either way.
Either way is going to make a big pop, though.
True. Very true.
We're going to stick with the women.
Okay.
So Steph's injury is kind of legit. I've read it on a bunch of different things. So she's going to be taken off for a while. Does she make it to Mania, or is she losing earlier?
I think she's losing earlier, and we're fast tracking Raquel and Liv
to Mania. Then
to Mania, yep.
Yeah,
because it's going to end up being so. Steph's got to drop the title at some point. This attack, they're going to announce it next week. We have to vacate it. Mm-hmm. The question could be, is the Rumble for the women's world title, or do we just name Raquel or somebody wins like a triple threat and then we carry the winner to Rumble with that? I just think there's one of them's going to turn on the other one at some point. And I think it makes more sense for Liv to be the one to snap on Raquel versus anything, because that's the story they're portraying right now with her.
I would like what you kind of just said. They haven't done it for the women. I know it's been since 92 since they've done it for the men, right?
2015. 2016 when AJ debuted.
Oh, yeah.
2016, okay. Yep.
It's 10 years.
Still 10 years, yeah.
Why not make the Rumble for the women's title?
You want to make sure people are watching at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on?
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry Steph's hurt. But there's your money right there. Mm-hmm. I think that's well worth it. Because then it's viable that any woman could walk out of this then.
Yep, with the title. And you're going to have the likes of Charlotte, of Alexa, Nia, whoever it is, they will go to Saudi and for it. so many. Lash is probably going to be the person who gets the dominates,
Probably.
then gets bounced. It's going to be that. I think it makes sense.
There's stories written for that. There's stories that could happen out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you already have your Liv Raquel
Angle.
down the line.
One of them eliminates the other one at the Rumble, and then it's okay. There's Mania.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Liv keeps it until Money in the Bank. Boom. Chelsea. Boom. Chelsea.
Boom. Boom. It's planned.
What do you got? Wait, was that one yours? That one right? I don't know.
No, that was yours. I'm gonna switch gears to the men.
Okay.
Because
I have another women one, so you're good.
That's fine. We touched base on this in the Kelsey conversation, so I have to go here next. Hey, great. Her husband has re-debuted as Matt Cardona in WWE. That's fantastic. But how much of it, just the synopsis of what Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona's career is in WWE, that the entrance of Kit Wilson has overtaken his reintroduction to the WWE universe? Because nobody's talking about Cardona being back.
Right.
People give two shits about that. Everybody loves Kit Wilson's entrance. It seems like that's been around for multiple months now on Main Event. People are just losing their minds about Kit Wilson's entrance. Rightfully so. It's fantastic. But Cardona cannot catch a break to save his life. It's just, to me, it's a funny commentary to me that this happened to him. And WWE did it on purpose, I think. But that's another, we'll talk about that.
No,
you're biting your lip right now.
No, because I want to say something.
Do it
about all of this. I love the Kit Wilson. He may be making my sleeve all of a sudden because of his entrance. Cardona was around recently.
Yeah,
as Zack Ryder.
Right.
Just a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
In the Cena thing. Okay. And then he comes back out and I know it's whatever. Maybe he really cut his deal. And he's like, dude, I just want to use my name. Can we put Zack Ryder to bed? That was Zack Ryder because of John Cena, but I want to be Cardona. Zack Ryder. Listen, I love Zack Ryder. I like Max Cardona. He's our era. These kids have no fucking clue who he is. Sure. That's why it's not going over. Dad, I just saw him as Zack Ryder last week against John Cena.
Yeah.
He had done nothing, but he came back and changed his name. What does this guy do? Well, see, he was a bum, and I don't mean a bum, but he was a joke. He was kind of like the Miz and R-Truth back in the day, and then he left and became the indie god that he was and just ran amok over all conventions and all indie shows. Parents don't let kids sometimes watch GCW and this, that W and oh my W and that. Where Cardona got us back into liking Cardona because he was, sorry, Jazzy, a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to get a watered down Matt Cardona. Let him stay. And I know maybe he didn't want it again. Like I said, maybe just let him do woo, woo, woo. And let him be the next guy that all the kids like because Cena's gone. Let him come out with the Fruity Pebble colors on, which he did back then. I think he's going to get lost in the shuffle. Like,
oh, yeah.
I love Carter, but Was this the right move? Clearly, he's making tons of money and he's with his wife now and all that, but I don't know where he fits in. It was fun for the Cena thing. Christ, you better have something good for him, because otherwise you've just Andrade'd him, you just Malachi'd him, you just Keith Lee'd him all over again.
But see, I agree where your point's going, but I don't think you can put him in that category because I just don't think he was ever. I enjoyed Zack Ryder when he was there, but it was never to the point where I could say, man,
you love him
I
or hate
remember
him?
when it was never, I remember that match and I want to watch Zack Ryder's match over again. It's fun to see him pop and show up once in a while, but he was never lighting the field on fire. He was never
Right.
going to be that guy then, now, or forever. And so to me, I think WWE realized that, and that's exactly why they knew what they had with this entrance, and that's exactly why that was the lead-in, and why Kit Wilson faced Matt Cardona in his first match back as Matt Cardona after being away for a month and a half as Zack Ryder. Because WWE did this because Chelsea's probably their biggest her biggest star this year, and Chelsea's going over the hump.
Right.
Matt Cardona's only getting the rub because they're like, okay,
Chelsea's
we'll bring you
there.
back. Yeah, we'll bring you back. But you'll beat Kit. But Kit's entrance is going to go over you.
Right.
And nobody's going to care you beat Kit.
Nobody's going to care for a while what Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona does.
I don't even think they're going to care at all.
Really, really, what I loved about Zack Ryder was woo, woo, woo. You know it.
Yeah.
He wanted a Money in the Bank U.S. title match.
You won the U.S. title. You won the U.S. title
in a ladder match, right? Because I remember him
probably, yeah. I think. He won the Intercontinental title too in the ladder match at WrestleMania. That's right. Okay. Yeah. And it was for one. It was for one night, and lost it to the Miz right back.
Right. He was cool. But that was it.
He was a surprise. And that's it.
For us that know him from GCW, there's no way WWE, I mean, geez, I wish WWF was still around. I wish WWE would use him like that. There's no possible way he's going to be anything of the indie god coming out with the crowds, and it's just not feasible in this today.
Right.
He just wants to be at WWE to see Chelsea get her big moment.
Yeah, exactly.
No disrespect to him, but it's fucking amazing. I saw the same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, Kit Wilson. Oh, yeah, Zack Ryder returned. Or Matt Cardona returned.
Yeah, that guy's there.
Yeah. When's Kit Wilson getting the mid-card? I think he's almost there already.
I think he's good in the ring, so I mean he's not far behind.
Right.
He'll take losses for this year, pick up a couple wins here and there, but then maybe next year.
Yeah. So I want to talk about NXT a little bit too. Because Blake had her rematch that never happened. And then she beat the living shit out of Thea Hale.
Mm-hmm.
Got suspended. Okay. Is Blake on her way up?
I think
they clearly kept this title off of her after the debauchery of the title for a reason now.
She had to have been losing it at some point soon. And
too Izzy.
Probably too Izzy. And they were like, well, She already lost it, so why even put it back on her just to lose it again? Doesn't make any sense.
Right. So she's in the Rumble, without a
She's in the
doubt.
Rumble. Yep. Oh, 100% she's in the Rumble. She'll strike a deal, and well, it becomes her MO. She gets suspended or disappears for a while, goes to a new brand. I mean, she left AEW, was gone after Hollywood ending,
Right.
pseudo injury, ended up in NXT. NXT, you get suspended, you're gone. Welcome to Raw, SmackDown, wherever you show up.
Yeah. Mid card gets maybe runs with Julia, maybe runs with whoever else we just put the IC title on, Becky. Maybe her and Becky. Maybe Becky builds her back up
Maybe.
after AJ.
There's another woman that they had a brutal war with that's basically up now. Jordan's there and basically SmackDown land at this point. Maybe it's that. Maybe they run that one back. Possibilities are endless.
Jordan getting a title soon?
No, she's getting called up. She ain't getting nothing.
No. I don't know. I think Jordan maybe, I don't know, kicking herself in the ass. Could have went to AEW and probably ran for a while.
But see, even then, I disagree with that because look at what happened to Camille. Nothing
Touché.
happened.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So, but I mean, I think in WWE, she's treated like a spectacle type athlete. So they're going to put the programming focus on her in some capacity, whether she has a title or not.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's essentially considered a big because of her, her body and everything. So even a match with her and Jade down the line, non-title or whatever, just it's two bigger women going at it. So it could be, what Sheamus call them?
A banger.
But yeah, thank you. It could be a banger just between them, just non-title.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, what do you got?
Well, if you want to stay with NXT, they lost a lot, but probably the biggest was at the end of the show. The Ruler's coming to Raw or SmackDown. Oba's on his way up.
Yeah.
Dear God Almighty, good luck, because world champion in another year.
Oh, without a doubt. Well, I think he may be one of the bigger contenders at Rumble.
Yeah. He's going to be the one he'll be the men's juggernaut that runs through everybody. And then he'll get bounced towards the end.
Yeah.
Lash is the women's, he'll be the men's.
Yep. Agreed. Find something to do. Maybe he has a hell of a banger with, I'm going to throw Gunther or another big. Gunther does tap him out, but you're like, oh man, if you don't watch NXT and you're like, oh man, this Oba guy is going to be something. He's already something.
He was already something. When he walked out Saturday night's main event, if you didn't know him going in, you knew him by the end of his entrance.
Yeah. I don't know. Where else do you want to go? Because I drew a blank. I was drawing a star over here.
Blank. I mean, we covered a lot of stuff. Punk won. So I think it. Okay, Punk won. So now what?
Does that is Seth almost back?
I have to feel like he is. And now we're going to tread water a little bit.
Yeah.
But then it opens up the opportunity of, is Seth back? Is he coming for Vision? And are we getting Roman and Punk at Mania? Or what are we doing Mania-wise with the title? Is Braun coming back into the fold? Is there a fatal four-way on the horizon?
This would be the year, and I know this would be the year for a fatal 4-way main event, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, Punk, Rollins, Braun, Roman,
yeah.
right? Like it just, they're all knotted up so much that they need to get to Summer, and it might put a bow on all of it for a little bit. Because I still believe next year we're still getting, barring injuries, it's got to be Roman Seth next WrestleMania. Not this coming, but next. They're saving it that long. We can flip-flop for a while. Punk's had his run. We love CM Punk, but he's had his run, but he can still be in the mix of this, that, or the other. It goes to Braun. Maybe at WrestleMania, he gets his moment there because Seth nor Roman need a moment.
Right.
Braun gets it. Seth's pissed.
Mm-hmm.
That transitions to, who knows, SummerSlam or even down the line. Next Rumble, Roman wins. Boom. That's if that's what you're booking for at Saudi Mania, that's the year for that title.
I'll throw this out. I don't even think we even circle back to the old heads after this. There's this reason Oba's coming up. I think this is going to be, we get the fatal 4-way. Braun wins it. You got Seth and Braun at SummerSlam, but Braun's making a run at it. Oba Femi is right behind him, coming for him like a freight train, or the beef's going to be fighting each other at that point. Seth and Roman are getting title shots against Braun during the summer, getting to SummerSlam to perpetuate it forward. This is Punk's last run. I don't think Roman's getting another title shot unless they do pull the trigger on Cody Roman at Mania. But I think Seth is long out of the title picture. We'll circle back. We'll get the Vision versus him. But I do think that this starts boiling down to Roman and Seth don't need a Mania, don't need a title to main event.
No,
they'll do it anyways. So this is going to end up being the new blood is taking over. They're fighting for the title. We got these old legends just fighting each other left and right to kind of get us to the next, to whatever comes after that. We'll eventually get a Punk Cody too at some point. Whenever that is, who knows? But we'll get that too.
So don't give me your prediction yet, because that's only a few weeks away. Who do you have lingering at the top for your Rumble of this year?
I think
you said Oba's going to have a hell of a thing, but he's not winning this year's Rumble.
He's not winning this year's Rumble. Unless they're really, really sold on him, but he's not winning it.
Fucking skyrocketing.
That. Yeah. I mean, I think you have Oba is, to your point, just the guy running through people. I think you have to look at Roman. You have to look at Gunther, because you're not going to give Gunther the biggest win of anybody's career by retiring Cena without giving him a prolonged run in the Rumble. I think those two are going to be in it somehow. I gotta say Braun's going to have a run at it, the crack at it. Maybe he's going to push forward. If Seth isn't injured anymore, Seth's in the running as well. I think those are your four kind of floating around the top. Drew probably is going to be thrown away here when the 3 Stage of Hell ends tomorrow, the day before you guys hear this. But then again, maybe they'll surprise us and Cody's in the mix for the Rumble. I don't know. I know I named the entire main event scene of WWE, but
one person you didn't is Randy.
Yeah.
Like, is he not fitting in anymore?
As long as they don't pull the trigger on Roman and Cody, I think he's Cody's shot.
That's what I was thinking, but
I want Randy versus Cody, but for some reason they really don't want to pull that trigger.
no. And if it's Cody Roman, and you're saying, I'm almost in agreement, Roman doesn't get the title, or are they saving Randy Cody for SummerSlam then?
Maybe
To give them just as long as a feud as essentially Drew and Cody's had? Because if you do it right now, I'm not saying it's fast tracked, but
yeah.
it's faster than what Drew and Cody had.
Or they do it now and it is the prolonged match throughout the summer. And they just do it again at SummerSlam.
Yeah. I don't know. I understand people are going to like, Mark, what are you talking about? I don't understand how Roman fits into it right now. He always fits into it. But do you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's the odd man out because he's
odd
not
man out right now.
I mean, you can make this argument for Seth, but Roman had no prevalent feud going into it. They hinted at him and Cody, but that really wasn't established. The only main feud he's had in the last year was that in the Vision since WrestleMania. So you would think that's the match to happen. However, they didn't give Braun the title, so it's not Roman and Braun. So it's not Roman in the Vision unless they're really pulling the wool over people's eyes and Seth's somehow back and they're doing Roman Seth now. But to your point, they probably would wait till Saudi to pull that trigger.
Right? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
We do have to touch on one thing as well. Across the board.
Yep.
We have 2 new tag team champions out there.
We do.
Since we recorded. We're going back about 12 years. The Usos are back to tag team champions.
About time.
Right? Do we think this is a healthy run? Or is it, okay, we're going to establish them as a tag team, and then they may turn into, essentially what the Motor City Machine Guns are, legends that just put people over, they get some wins, but they had one more title run.
I honestly think this is leading to a Mania match again between the two of them. They
lose the titles quickly.
They lose the titles quickly, and then Jay gets pissed at Jimmy and socks him, and he's the bad guy this time, and then we're getting another match between them.
They need to make right from that match, maybe. It was
worst
match of the decade.
I think they want to get rid of that from the memories of people
and let them actually cook.
Yeah,
like they could go.
They can go.
Not let them.
No, they forced them into whatever the hell that match was.
Yeah. And the women have new tag team champions in the form of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky.
They do.
I don't see this being long, though, either.
Yeah, it could be, though, because I don't know what else they're going to be doing.
I know. Like, they hate each other, but they love each other. They deal with each other. They save each other. They don't say. Like, this is such a wishy-washy storyline between them. I don't know where else they're going with either one of these two right now, like you just said.
They have nothing. Like, Rhea will go through the Rumble and do what she's got to do in the Rumble, but she's not going to win it. So they're just kind of, okay, we needed to get these two on TV, so here are the two stars. They're going to have the titles for a prolonged period of time. They might have it for a while just because they have nothing better for them to do.
Right. And that's, I don't know.
Well,
nothing again. That hampers both of them in singles set. Like, they're single stars.
Oh, they are. But then I guess it goes back to, or maybe that's how you get 4 women on the pay per view. Maybe that's how you put Charlotte and Alexa on WrestleMania, is have them face Rhea and Io.
Yeah. If they become friendly again or hate each other
Each
again.
other again, or whatever it is.
Because it's the same story between both tag teams right now.
Yeah.
Pseudo. And by the way, Jenks, I forgot the Wyatt Six were tag team champions over in the other side for the longest time.
I keep forgetting that too. At some point, they're facing the MFTs, and I guess we'll see how that goes.
That's almost like the demand against the Hurt business.
Yeah, business. Yeah,
That's been going on way too long.
Yep, it's going on and on and on.
Yeah, something needs to happen there.
Absolutely.
Now I got nothing. What do you got?
I got nothing.
Okay.
So, you know what? I do have something.
Oh no, what?
We had to, I decided to wait till the end of this podcast to bring up that not only does Sir Mark not able to retain his championship in terms of predictions, he can't even win one in fantasy football. Sir Mark had it in the bag. He was cruising, looking, waving at babies, kissing people, was up by 50 points going into the Monday night game of the championship round, and immediately loses it to Parker in the Bijan Robinson experience at that point.
I was fine going into that, even with fucking shitty ass Green Bay's defense getting me -3 points. And I'm like, holy shit. All right, whatever. I got -3 points from Green Bay. I'm up by 50, like Jenks said. He's got 2 people, Bijan Robinson and Jenks' mom. No disrespect to your mom. You know I'm joking, right?
No, yeah.
No disrespect. I'm like, I think it was a tight end. And I'm like, all right, Bijan, his best game has been 15 points, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. This motherfucker ends up 75 fucking points that night. Parker then ended up crushing me.
Yeah.
No, he only beat me by -3 fucking points to Green Bay.
Let's bring that negative points by Green Bay ended up messing with you. Let's add to this layer, because I know he had 3 players to go. 2 players were having the best years of their career in terms of fantasy points. Matt Stafford, Puka Nacua. You know how much they scored? Total of maybe 10 points in that game. Bijan was the workhorse that just trampled you and left you on the side of the road. Like, it made no sense whatsoever.
I was celebrating. Like, okay, I don't need to watch this. There's no way I'm going to lose this. I can't wait to the text tomorrow from Jenks and Moochie and everybody jumping on me. Because I ran the gauntlet. I had 3 losses this year.
Yeah.
2 were to Parker, regular season, but then he ended up losing to somebody else that I was still number 1 seed in the playoffs or whatever. Regular season to Parker, I think I lost because one week I had everybody on my bye. Horrible drafting for me, but not horrible drafting because I won all year. I had this in the bag. I was like, no possible way. I can't wait to get the money. I was dancing like fucking Shane McMahon.
You thought he was putting it towards your treadmill.
Yeah, I did. I'm like, this is extra money towards the treadmill. I wake up and see that I lost by Jenks. Do you have it in front of you right now?
Yeah, it was by 3 points. It was
the -3 points that Green Bay gave me.
It was so devastating.
Yeah, that's what you're all saying. Now, granted, I could have sat, I don't know, I think Olave had a bad game, but I've stuck with him all day, all year. There was another wide receiver that wasn't great, and I had Jordan Addison on the bench. Well,
you had Olave was good. Zay Flowers had
Zay
9
Flowers.
points. Yeah.
And that was the day that Lamar didn't play. I should have thought about it and thought, all right, pull Zay Flowers out. But listen, I didn't know the quarterback from Minnesota from Adam Reeve.
Right.
So I'm like, there's no way this guy is going to find Jay Jets or Jordan Addison.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'll at least ride with Zay because him and Huntley have worked together.
Yeah.
They did not. And the quarterback, still don't know his name from Minnesota, gave Jordan Addison his best game of the freaking year with like 22 points.
Yeah.
Clearly this game was mine. Oh, by the way, and the Chargers defense was on my bench too with like 11 points.
I was going to say that. If you would pick the Chargers defense, you would have won. That would have been either guy would have won you the league.
Yeah. Or if Green Bay would have gotten
1 point.
0 points.
Yeah, that's true. 0 points. The other fascinating thing was Parker had Minnesota's defense on his bench. They had 29. If he would have flipped them with Tampa, they would have. He would have throttled you big time. He had a couple that was like that. Jackson Dart was 25. Just unbelievable.
It was a great season.
It was a good season for you. Wasn't for me, but it was a great season for you.
Where did you end up?
8th. I lost this. I got into I made a run in the tournament and the consolation, the losers bracket, but ended up in 8th. So,
where did the cream of the crop end up?
Oh, the cream of the crop spoiled and ended 9th.
That's all I care about. I didn't. Hey, I got my entry money back. I'm happy about that. Yada yada yada. It's all about beating Moochie.
And you did.
He stopped playing about week 10.
Oh, absolutely. When he didn't have a shot at the playoffs, he stopped playing.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, though. I was so pissed.
You're welcome. I was 14-10 or 4-10 this year. 4-10.
Yeah, but you were predicted to go 0.
That's true. I was. I thought, here's the problem. I listen to way too many people.
You do.
That's what got me in a lot of my leagues this year was I was listening to, Brian Thomas Jr. should be good. This guy should be good. I went with a lot of younger talent than established talent. And it screwed me over. Now, what I will say, though, I got really lucky for next season in my keeper league. That's not the same as this one. Because Joe Burrow hit the market after his injury. You know who picked him up? This guy. You know who won, like, however many ever since Joe Burrow started? Who won? This guy. You know who now, if he keeps Joe Burrow, loses a 21st round pick and nothing else? This guy. If I keep Joe Burrow.
21st round? Yeah, I'll give that up every day.
If you pick up somebody from free agency, you lose the last round. You lose your last draft pick.
So Joe Burrow. You essentially got Joe Burrow in the 21st round.
Yes. Next year. And it's a keeper league, so you can keep them for 3 years. And what happens is they'll move up the round that you lose. So 2 years from now, it'll be the 20th round. The next year, it'll be the 19th round. And then he goes back into the pool.
Yeah, but you essentially do not have to look at a quarterback for 3 years now.
No, I don't. If I wanted
where he goes, by the way.
Exactly. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
This will be his last year in Cincinnati, I imagine.
And yes, agreed. And I don't think the commissioner realized that because when I brought it up to him, he didn't. It looked like, oh crap! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So you don't have to look at a quarterback,
No, I just look at talent now.
a backup quarterback
I'll pick up one
somebody.
probably round 10.
Yeah.
I can get a decent one there. I'm just getting position players at this point.
You're only allowed keeping one player?
One offensive, one defensive, because we do individual defensive players. So
Nice. All right. That's a season 10, episode 1. Welcome back to the Poop-pourri. That's why we named it that.
There we go.
Stick and stay for more as you do each and every week here on Can Crushers. We love you. Next week we'll announce when the special is of best and worst tag teams. We're super excited about that. So yeah, you have it. What do you got going on this week?
Ooh, this week probably making some pasta, nothing big. Pasta and some sauce. And working. That's about it. What do you got going on this week?
My treadmill will be here. I don't know if I told you that.
I didn't. Do you run?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, nobody did.
All this time, I had no idea. This last month and a half, I had no idea.
None. I have 4 basketball games on the docket for the week.
Lucky you.
I have work. This weekend, I have to get this room podcast wise.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be busy. Plus, laundry hasn't been done in probably a week and a half.
Yeah, so you got to do that. Catch up a little bit. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Nothing. I don't want to do anything this weekend. I really don't. So I might be on airplane mode so people can't find me.
Why not? Hide away. Get the room done.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be warm, so I know there's minimal chance of going to work.
Yeah.
So I've peopled too much recently. I need the non-people for a weekend.
You gotta do your own thing. You gotta do you.
We'll leave it at that.
Do you?
Yeah. Remember, just because trash doesn't mean you can't do great things.
You're a garbage can, not a garbage can. Not. Make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them.
Because you never know.
Boop, boop.